Hi and welcome to day 15. So we will have had our egg collection yesterday. Hopefully that went well for you and you did nothing for the rest of the day, you know, period cramps, bit of a funny stomach, you know, it's just not nice, is it? I slept a lot yesterday. So we've all got this kind of soreness around this area. Hopefully it's feeling a little bit better for you today with paracetamol and things as well. And then of course this emotional side that comes to it as well, you know, how many eggs that we got. Maybe you've received your phone call this morning to tell you how many you've fertilised. For half of us this is going to be what we expected or better than we expected. For the other half of us this isn't going to be what we wanted. And obviously it's a numbers game, isn't it? None of us can predict. Every cycle's different, but this kind of logic, our human brain logic, is always like, what could we have done better? You know, how could we have changed this? Yada yada yada. So I'm quite wary that there's going to be two sets of people in these camps. There always is, right? The polarities of all we can do is remain positive, because like we know, it's a journey. It's not something that's a quick fix by any means. The percentages, the numbers, it's biology, isn't it? So we cannot predict. For us, it's not been what we'd hoped for. We have one fertilised, and obviously then we've got to wait for the next 5 days to see whether that becomes a blastocyst, and then sent off for testing as well. So there's this whole process, isn't there? And so we might have none. So it's this kind of, okay, so return back to the body, heal the body, and we know that we're going to be having another round anyway, we always were, but this kind of making sure that we don't sit in that negativity, making sure we move forward with positivity of what we do have and where we're at. So today is just a very gentle practice. Like I said, I'm wary that we're feeling quite sore. So just really, really gentle movement and gentle breath. Just to come home to yourself, connect, and then obviously try and rest for the rest of today as well, because we're still going through this process. And emotionally, it's a lot as well. So, sitting nice and tall in your seat, crown lifted, chin slightly tucked. We'll rub the palms together. Create a little bit of energy, a little bit of heat. And then press firmly through heart center when you're ready. A big sigh out through the mouth, let it go. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, release. 2 more times. And just gently coming back to your natural breath in and out of the nose. Connecting to your breath. Connecting to your body. Just making sure you're sending those breaths all the way down to the womb, sending the prana, the energy. Relax the face, the jaw, soften the tongue. Let the shoulders be nice and relaxed. Connect with your pelvic bowl. Sitting bones on the floor. Down the thighs towards the ankles. Connect with the earth. Sending that prana, deep inhales all through the body as far down as you can go. And exhale, grounding, releasing. So as we enter this stillness, this calmness within, how are you feeling? Physically? Emotionally? Take a deep breath in and exhale, release through the mouth. Okay, drop the hands towards the knees. Like I said, this very gentle movement. We don't want to do too much today while we're still in the process of healing of everything that's gone on. But we do still want to send blood to that area. We still do want to circulate, just make sure we're re-energizing, whether that's because we're healing, getting prepared for our next round, or whether that's we're about to have a transfer in a few days, hopefully. Okay, so hands on knees. We're going to do a seated cat-cow. So chin comes to the chest, round in the back. That's your exhale. Curve as much as you can. You might have tense shoulders, tense back if you've been lying down all day yesterday. Inhale as you come forward, lifting the chin up to the sky. So I know for me, keep going, moving with your breath. I know for me, I was led down a lot yesterday. This can just generally make us feel a little bit stiff with our lower back, our shoulders. So just taking it with your own breath, nice and deep. You can hang out at each edge for breath if you'd like to really deepen that stretch. Just letting the energy move up and down. As in poses like this, we kind of really notice where tension might be holding. So for me, in my shoulders, definitely. What I sometimes find nice is on that exhale, just staying there for a little bit, rocking from side to side. Remember to always kind of explore a little bit, especially if you find a little spot where you think, oh yeah, that's, I can feel that in my glute, my lower back's hurting from that down. Maybe if I explore going a little bit forward, like that stretching forward, it'll release that fascia, connective tissue there. So just taking your time, seeing what feels good for you. Long, deep breaths. You've always got to remember it's about your body, not necessarily how poses should look, because we're all different. And the same goes for those egg collections and everything that's happened. Every cycle is different. We cannot determine how everybody's going to feel, and I can't determine how you're going to feel. So exploration is the key. A couple more deep breaths. And when you're ready, inhaling through centre. Well, just open up the side body. We've done this a couple of times, just nice big stretches side to side. Just don't take it too far, don't twist either. But to try and imagine that your body is in between two glass planes here, and you're just sweeping from side to side, just opening up. Again, you can hang out on each side for 1 or 2 breaths. And see how it feels if you place the hands at different positions in front of you. You start to get a deeper stretch around the hip area, which is kind of what we want to release any tension through the area too. Remember to breathe, don't clench the jaw. And then bringing both hands in front of you. I just want you to stretch out as much as you can. And then wiggle from side to side with the shoulders. Deep breaths. If you want, if that feels good, you can tiptoe out the fingers, go a little bit deeper, like someone's pulling you with your hands. You're pulling out of the hips. Nice big stretch down the spine. Deep breath in. And release, slowly walking the hands back. Okay, so being very sensitive to this area, we're going to do a few circles, but quite small ones. Just be mindful of how that feels. Close the eyes down and try and connect with where your ovaries are as you do this. So we'll inhale as we circle through the front of the body, and exhale as we circle through the back. Just being really careful. We'll all be, depends on how many follicles we had, whether if you had a lot, like PCOS, and you had something like 20 eggs or something, which can obviously happen, you'll be really sore. So just being really gentle. The only way that we can do this is to ask ourselves where we're at. So meeting yourself where you are. But we do want to still circulate to this area, right? And this is why I'm doing this, opening up this chakra, which is the sacral chakra, our womb space. We do still want to activate this because some of us, some of you, not me, but some of us will be preparing ourselves for a fresh transfer. If we send blood flow to this area, revitalising it, getting it prepared, get prepared for our lining, so on and so forth. So just as gentle as you need to be. If it feels okay for you, you can go a little bit faster. In the opposite direction. Just a couple more breaths. And then inhale through center. And exhale, release through the mouth. Okay, so moving feels good for me. It feels like it's kind of releasing, this kind of soft release through the body. Hopefully you've got kind of a wall nearby, and what we're going to do is come towards it. It doesn't need to be right next to it, but coming towards the wall and placing your feet on the wall. Hands can be on the womb space if you're wanting to send breath and energy. And we're just going to windshield wipe like we've been doing on the floor quite a lot of the time, from side to side. This is my cat Billy. They've been shaved for summer. They look silly right now, but here he is. Yeah, I know. So close the eyes down, rock from knees from side to side. You might want to widen them. If that feels good for you, you could widen the feet out. But we're getting that rotation in our hips, like this nice hip release as we do this. So this is also bringing blood down from the legs and pooling it in our womb space as well, again circulating more blood to that area. And a couple more times. And then we'll come through centre. So we're gently going to pick up the pelvis like we would in bridge. So what we're going to do is curl the spine towards us, and then it's like a gentle roll, pushing into the feet, bringing up the pelvis, and then very gently on the exhale, rolling down. Release the pelvic floor. Okay. Tuck, slowly roll up the spine on your inhale. And exhale, slowly roll. And untuck, release. So just keep going with your own breath. Take your time. And 2 more times. It's a very, very gentle core, and I know we're not doing like crazy core work like in Pilates, but we still need to activate this area a little bit. We don't want to just leave it for the next few days while we're preparing ourselves. We want to still get it working, still get it going, because then that's where it rejuvenates, right? Last time. Okay, release, bring the knees into the body, hug them in. Just a nice gentle rocking from side to side. If it feels good for you, instead of the knees tucked in, you can always lift the legs up and come into happy baby, where you hook your fingers, the middle and the index behind the big toe. The thumb presses onto the big toenail, and then you rock from side to side. I think it feels quite nice at this point, but it depends on how you're feeling. And then you can just land with either the knees tucked in or the legs in happy baby, and just breathe. A few deep breaths all the way down to your womb. You can release through an exhale. 2 more times. Okay, let go of the feet or the knees, bring the legs down, and just coming into a lying position on the floor. Bringing the feet together in butterfly. Arms either by your side, palms facing up, or you're placing one hand on the heart and one hand onto the womb space. Relax the face, relax the jaw. So we're just going to do a little bit of womb breathing, 3-part breaths. Just these waves up and down the body. So taking a deep inhale into the belly, and then that expands into the ribs, and expands into the chest. Exhale belly, exhale ribs, exhale chest. Inhale belly, inhale ribs, inhale chest. Exhale belly, exhale ribs, exhale chest. Inhale belly, inhale ribs, inhale chest. Exhale belly, exhale ribs, exhale chest. So just keep on creating these waves throughout. So important to keep our breath connected to the womb space. If we're stressed, we tend to just breathe into the chest and the ribs only. We want to make sure that we're sending that air energy down, giving the womb what it needs. Just allows us to release, revitalizes, sending oxygen to all of that blood in that space. I know some of us will still be releasing a little bit of blood from yesterday. But it's energy, and energy is so important for all of this, that we're connected, we're grounded, we're doing as much as we can holistically. I know there's a bunch of other things that we're doing medically, but holistically we can help this process as well. A couple more times. And then just let the breath go. Just allow yourself to just be. Either keeping the legs in butterfly if you want to spread them wide. Please do, just so that the body can fully relax and integrate. And just allowing yourself to stay in this space for a little while. Let the mind wander, let thoughts come up, let the feelings come up, so that we can acknowledge them, process them properly, and not ignore them. So just stay here as long as you need to. Gift yourself this time of rest, which we should be doing today anyway. We should be giving ourselves the space to be with the body, be with our partner, be with the journey that we're going on. As always, such a pleasure. Sat Nam. And I'll see you tomorrow so that we can continue this process of revitalizing the womb space. Sending lots of love.